All right, so we are here to check out the
Scott
State
third.
of Play Hogwarts Legacy, which I've been looking forward to. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, we watched this live with how many people do we have right now?
We have 1,450 people watching us right now. Thank you, every single one of you, for being here. We appreciate you.
You could have been along with us watching it live. So make sure you go to twitch.tv/blindwave, where we do interesting, cool things. And you can follow and subscribe there.
It's very quiet.
It's my fault.
I hear thunder.
It's maxed out. I still can't hear it.
Key games.
There we go. Lumos.
Lumos. Flipendo.
In-game footage.
This looks pretty good.
Okay. Open world?
Wow, I don't know yet. That could just be a cinematic.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
I love the music.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding
Those guys
world.
look really short and really tall at the same time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted
kid
into
does not
one of the
look
4
11.
Hogwarts houses.
He looks like 17.
Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late.
Oh, that
as a
makes
5th
sense.
year.
He's not 11.
So you are the new student.
Okay, yeah.
You'll begin your studies
So he is like
attending
17 or
charms,
something.
defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, this looks so cool.
Ah, hello.
Oh, hello.
Class,
Poison ivy.
please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
What
Shall
year
we
is this?
begin?
Gotta be early
seems-
on.
Welcome to
In
year
the past.
5 of charms.
Yeah.
Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm
we don't
work.
have Flitwick.
But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
So I imagine you're
Cool, it's like the movie.
You may begin.
I love this. Flipendo! Flipendo!
Holy shit. Comboed his ass.
For a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
Neat.
The fat lady.
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways,
Accio.
as well as challenging puzzles
Summon
that
that
will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
Interesting.
You may even find yourself in iconic
Little
locations
elf. House
you've
elf.
never
in the house
been
elf,
before
yeah.
before.
Oh, the prefect bathroom.
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
Nearly headless.
All in good fun. Once
Right,
Patrick
what?
lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is
He
sure
waited
to
to
win them
join
over.
that a long time.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented
History
witches
and
and
magic.
wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Oh, won the game. Quidditch.
That's cool.
Do you get to play Quidditch?
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies
the goblin
in the balance.
rebellions.
Okay.
Opinions differ as to how great a threat.
There was a couple goblin rebellions.
This must be one of the latest.
They had, they're not allowed to practice magic in
Ranrock's
contemporary.
loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Is it like
There's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
No.
You said you could get
Didn't
to the
feel
top
like it.
when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? You're not telling me.
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Oh, that looks so good.
That is really cool.
repairing the bridge?
That's a spell?
Yeah.
That'd be great to have.
Yeah, you can fix your eyeglasses the same way.
Oculus of Reparo. Yep. Beam struggle.
Beam
Should be able to do that.
struggle.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including
should only be
blasting
one person.
curses, stunning spells,
Right.
enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Fun.
He dodged.
Flipendo, did you hear that?
Counterattack
He's
with
a
powerful
Flipendo?
stunning charms.
He's a
allowing you to
Flipendo?
follow up with
I heard
extended
it.
spell combinations.
Damn, that guy's flying.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways
Infuri.
to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Flipendo! There it was. I'm so happy. Oh, that was cool.
That's cool. Throw him into the explosive barrel.
I really like the choreography for the
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Whoa, that's not good.
You mean be bad?
Mixing and matching
I think
dozens of
you can use
spells will
dark
let you
magic.
define your combat style. On your path
That's
to
really
become
cool.
the
You can summon
ultimate
them to you.
duelist.
This looks fun. Cool.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your
This is my
progression
weakness.
as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells,
He's invisible.
and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow
Turn
you
into
to focus
stone.
on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Oh, okay.
That's neat.
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Oh, the swords. Aaron.
That's awesome.
Wow.
You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to
mandrakes
suspecting enemies.
Oh my gosh!
No, you'll kill them.
Right?
In Beast class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
You get to fly.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Travel around the world. That's cool.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends.
Interesting.
As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
Angry Birds.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Peeves in the restricted section again.
is Sebastian Saller, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Figs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students
an
and
onion?
more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the room of
Ah,
requirement.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
The room of requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
That's a hopping pot.
Yep. Anything you need.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Huh.
You need invisibility.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Okay, so that's what we were in earlier, is the room of requirement.
Yeah. Okay.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Base building, guys.
Cool. I like the customization options. I want to find the dragon.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
But I have to wear my uniform to class.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts.
Order of Merlin.
Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
Cool.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding.
Roller coaster
As well.
Yeah,
Dungeons
that was
and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold
zombies.
In fury.
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Oh, that's unforgivable.
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Dragon.
In Hogwarts Legacy.
And you're riding a hippogriff?
cool.
It's fucking cool, man.
I love the music.
Holiday 2022.
Ooh, this holiday.
I gotta clear up my schedule. That looks fun.
Just beat Minecraft or
I'm a big fan of the
by
world, and this taking place in the 1800s seems really interesting, especially with the Goblin Rebellions.
Yeah,
sure.
Gives you a lot of people to fight.
The game itself doesn't seem like it has more than what other games have had in the past, but I'm glad of the things that they're putting into it to expand on the, I don't know, the Hogwarts story. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The landscape, the just the lore of it all. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool.
And little things that I loved from the book that were left out in the movies, like Peeves the poltergeist that haunts Hogwarts Castle, and he's always like throwing chalk at kids and screaming at them and making a ruckus, and the janitor has to come and clean up after him. I love Peeves, and he didn't get to make it in the movie, so I'm happy for that.
Sure. That one guy was John Cleese, right?
Yeah, that was nearly Headless Nick.
Yeah.
Who's been trying to get into the headless hunt for years.
The
200
headless
years now.
hunt. I wonder what decides what like house you're in, and if it's based on like, do you answer questions or anything to kind of like set up who your character
like a personality
is?
test kind of thing?
And like in Kingdom Hearts, in the first Kingdom Hearts, you have like several questions that kind of like, they don't pertain to the story, but they kind of alter a little bit of stuff, but you don't really understand what it is. I wonder if they do something like that. Do you play a little prologue and make decisions and then it places you? Or does it just randomly? Yeah. Does it just randomly put you somewhere?
I would
or
say
do you get to
that
choose what house?
If you're, I mean, Harry is told that he can choose, or he tells his son, in the epilogue, like you can choose which one. The sorting hat will take your decision into account, but generally, like sorting is done for stuff like social media quizzes and games like that, where it's like we need to have a good variety of people. But with this seemingly being a single player game, I imagine you can just kind of choose.
But it seems like the hat chooses for you.
I mean, yes, but like, is that definitely going to happen in the game, or will it be like, all right, I'm going to make a run as a Hufflepuff this year, or this run or something like that?
Well, that's what my question is like, what decides what house you go in? Because it said that there's a hat that decides it, which makes sense because the hat decides where you go. But I wonder what makes that choice for you. If it's
Maybe
like a quiz, if it's a prologue, if it's a...
Maybe you like build your character like attributes the way you want to. Like if you want to be more sneaky and stuff like that, maybe you go into Slytherin. If you're more like, outgoing and charismatic and stuff, maybe you go to Hufflepuff.
Sure. Yeah, I wonder if you can like...
If you up your int, you Ravenclaw, or...
Can you adjust it enough to where you can choose what you want to play, or does it like randomly pick one for you, or how does it work?
Yeah.
It would feel like, to me, I mean, I might be wrong about this, but it would feel like a waste to do that just because people that want to be in the house they're in will just restart the game until they get to the one they want to be in.
Sure.
So
if it were like a random chance thing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like when people have said like, what type of Harry Potter game would you like? This is pretty much it. Other than I've always had the idea of wanting to do like make a character and then go for the first year when you are 11, and then the sequel of the game is the next year. But this seems to be at the very least going through an entire 5th year of Hogwarts.
It said you were a late 5th year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously you arrive at the sorting, so you just start in the beginning of this year, right? Is the idea? Like the sorting takes place on the first day of school.
It said that you were late and that you were a 5th year.
Yeah,
so
maybe they transferred from another school to Hogwarts in their 5th year.
Like maybe they transferred from one of the other 2 schools in Europe.
So I mean, there's Durmstrang. There's it starts with a B, the French one.
Beauxbaton.
Beauxbaton, yeah, that's right. I mean, and it's also 1800, so there could be other different schools too that Hogwarts hasn't like absorbed yet or something. I don't know, but it did seem like the main character had a British accent.
Yeah.
So the most interesting thing, Aaron, what do you have to say?
Flipendo.
Yes, that was not the most interesting.
They said Flipendo, which is only from that other game.
Yep.
They've never used Flipendo before, but he was like, Flipendo.
Hated it.
Flipendo's not, it's not that the spell is terrible. It's that they had one voice clip.
Flipendo.
And it was Harry going,
Flipendo.
That's it. And you would hit the button 3 times, but Flipendo. Oh, I hated it.
Why'd you hit it 3 times?
Well,
because sometimes you gotta flip it and it doesn't land right.
Get upset. The most interesting thing for me is that your main character used Avada Kedavra, the murder spell, the killing spell.
The killing curse.
Can we go bad?
Yeah, it sounds like you can, right? It sounds like the choices you make, you can go
like it probably has kind of the same kind of system as like Mass Effect and stuff like that. Like
what a high bar,
bad
Calvin.
guy decisions. Huh?
I get you. Like that's such a high bar though. Mass Effect, it feels like every single thing I do, I'm like, oh my god, it's so different. But you know, sometimes you play a game and it's like, well, it doesn't really fucking matter what you pick. You know, the same stuff happens. But I mean, this one is also so it's going to have a seemingly 4 branch right off the bat, which is depending on what house you're in, right? And then good or bad story, or is there a lot of morally gray stuff? Like I wonder. Like you get into a lot of really interesting things, especially with a character that's completely customizable. But that kid is using an unforgivable curse, which can earn him a lifetime sentence to Azkaban.
Yeah, but like, who's he using it on? You know what I mean? Like
anyone.
Maybe this guy's
a lifetime
dick.
sentence.
It's like okay, so this kid's in his 5th year, and he's got a gun, and he's shooting bad guys.
Yeah, like allowed. Maybe it's a zombie. There were like zombie skeleton-looking things in there. I would have Avada Kedavra those guys too.
The killing curse would do nothing to an Inferi.
Then it's
They're
fine
just
to use
reanimated
it.
corpses.
Then use it. What do you do to an Inferi?
You set it on fire.
Yeah.
Incendio Avacadabra. Someone asked, what Hogwarts house are you? Does anyone know what Hogwarts house? Have you taken the test? Anyone? I've
always been sorted into Gryffindor.
I have been a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
Yeah. Like 4 times that I've done it, I've gotten Hufflepuff twice and Ravenclaw twice. So
4
probably.
times.
Yeah, I was curious. Like, was it a fluke? And then like back and forth every time.
Rick, I know that you're not the biggest Harry Potter fan or anything. What do you think, like gameplay wise? Does it look interesting at all to you, or just more the same?
Not at all. I've seen other games do the same sort of thing. I mean, that's not final gameplay or anything, but.
True.
The world has no interest for me whatsoever.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, yeah, you're not big on Harry Potter, and you never made it past the first book, right?
No, I read to the 4th book, I think.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, I think I finished Goblet. I think is the last book and movie that I saw.
Interesting that your 4-episode thing went to books as well.
The universal rule.
Oh, okay. Except when we forced you to do stuff.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, I'm certainly excited, and if it's in the holiday 2022, as long as it doesn't get too close to a potential Breath of the Wild 2 sequel, I might jump on stream for that one.
Well, so you would choose Breath of the Wild 2 over Hogwarts?
100%.
100. That was your chance, Eric, and you fucked it up.
100.
You messed
I'll
it up
have
right
plenty of chances.
No 100s now.
Plenty of chances.
Too bad.